We have Leigh Stocker from Summercrest back in studio. Leigh, how are you?
Good. Oh, good morning. I meant to say good morning, not just good. Well, I'm doing good, and good morning.
Good and good morning.
That's right.
What's happening?
Oh, nothing. Just, I was driving in this morning, and I was like, oh, it's so nice. The sun is coming up like early. The days are longer. I was walking the dog yesterday afternoon, and, it was like 10 minutes after 4, and I'm like, I better get out the door. It's going to get dark soon. And we got home at like 5:45, and it was still light out. I was like, oh.
How long of a walk did you go for? Would you walk to Marlowe?
She needs it. She's been cooped up a lot because it's been so cold.
Yeah.
And she's got short hair and she freezes to death. And she has I don't even know if she knows that she's freezing. Like she's like a little popsicle. And so when it's nice enough to get her out, I take her for a walk for a ways. And it's good for me. It's really helpful for me to clear my head. There's also we didn't go to Marlowe. We just go down the Class 6 road until basically it ends. I guess it's over somewhere in Leominster.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's not that far. Goshen to Leominster.
You just walk to Leominster.
Yeah.
I mean, from your house, it's...
I'm basically right on the line anyway.
From here to the Opera House to Leominster, so it's really not that far from you.
It's funny. I remember when my dad came to visit me for the first time, and you drive down Route 10 and you pass that sign that says, "Welcome to Leominster." So he turned around and went back.
Oh.
Because it's like you take that little left-hand turn and somehow it goes back into Goshen. I'm like right on the edge.
You are.
So, yeah. So anyways, so that was good. I was excited. The days are getting longer. That always makes me a better person in general.
You get past the doldrums of the winter blues.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Brandon says to me the other day, "Oh, I'm really disappointed we didn't get a really good winter storm." I said, "Well, it's not over." But so I wanted to, I think we talked before, like when I was in the hospital for my stroke, when I was at Portsmouth, where they sent me from New London, that I was in a hospital bed in the hallway. Did I tell you that?
Yes.
Because
you said it on the air.
Okay,
too.
good. So because there was no available beds, and that was my first time of like really realizing how at that point, I think things are really calming down now with COVID and stuff. But at that point, which is a month and a half ago, I was like, wow, it's true what they say. The hospitals are really overwhelmed. You don't even have enough rooms for people. So people are on hospital beds in the hallways. So, that was a big eye opener for me. I think, like I said, I had heard about it, but I didn't know it was true. So here's my next big eye opener. If I have talked about this, you can stop me. The whole medical world is upside down.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to, according to my doctor and my discharge papers, I was supposed to have a follow-up with a neurologist in 4 weeks from January 9th.
Oh.
Or January 12th, something like that. Anyhow, the soonest I could get into where they referred me in Portsmouth was April 20th.
Holy cow.
Which is like 15 weeks.
Right.
So I then asked them to send a referral to Dartmouth so I could hopefully get in at Dartmouth. The soonest I could get in there is March 31st.
Oof.
I know. So it's kind of crazy. It's good in a way because I'm like, well, if they don't think I need to be seen that quickly, then there's really nothing to worry about. But then I'm wondering, I wonder if anybody's even reviewed my medical records yet. Because I got I called on Friday to see if I could get in with my primary care physician sooner, just to see if maybe there was a cancellation. And she was like, oh yeah, we actually have something opened up on Tuesday. And I was like, sweet, I'll take that. And I said, so do you guys have all my stuff? I had a angiogram, a CT, MRI, MRA, and then 2 ultrasounds. She's like, oh, we have your CT. And I was like, well, it's kind of pointless for me to come and see the doctor if none of my stuff is there to be reviewed in advance. So I was pretty surprised at that. Like, it just seems like the whole world has just come to a stop when it comes to, medicine and doctors and nurses. And I don't understand why there's such a backup with things like neurology, or primary care physicians. It's not like those people are treating people with COVID. So what, did everybody just quit the medical world?
Well, isn't it also partly that because everything was shut down for a long time, they're still playing catch up from...
Are they still doing that?
I would assume so. I'm still playing catch up with my dentist, Oh,
interesting fact. Fun fact. I went to the dentist the other day and I happened to mention that I had a medical event happen, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, you're going to have to reschedule."
What?
Yeah. There's things that I'm not allowed to do until I see somebody, which is why I really want to see somebody. Can't go to physical therapy. Okay. Can't see a dentist. Can't have a massage. Can't go to the chiropractor. Yeah. So now you can understand why it's very important. I need to have a massage. I'm just a ball of stress.
Isn't that your husband's job?
I don't know. I mean, if I can't have a professional do it, I don't know if I want him to do it.
Jeez Louise.
So it's like everything kind of stopped. But it's just,
So you're seeing all this stuff firsthand that's been on TV and been in the news everywhere where it's just more difficult now.
Yeah, it's absolutely very scary. And I understand what they were, saying about the hospitals being overwhelmed with COVID people, because people who have, strokes and heart attacks or whatever other big, huge, major events are sitting on hospital beds in the hallway because, there's no room for them.
Yeah, and you got shipped all the way down to Portsmouth.
Yeah, that was the other crazy thing. Like, so there was nothing. Like, and there was no bed in anywhere in New Hampshire. Portsmouth did open up a space for me in the hallway, but there was no, there was no room. So you couldn't have a room in a hospital anywhere in New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, and they started to look in New York when they opened up the hallway for me in Portsmouth.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's nutty. It's a nutty world out there. Seeing it firsthand, and of course I work at Summercrest. That's typically why I'm supposed to come in here and talk on the radio. So, I get the question a lot. Oh, well, how's staffing? And I have to be honest with people. It's a challenge. It really is. And in the 10 years that I've been there, I've never seen, how challenging it is. And we're getting our job done. We're not neglecting anybody or anything. It's just our staff is working a lot of extra hours. So, but I guess everybody's getting tired out. It's hard in the medical world right now. So
it's not a job I'd want to have.
No, I love being the marketing director. Right. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'm not allowed. I don't have a license. Because all of our medical staff, for the most part, need to have a license, so they can do what they do. I don't have one. Can't do it.
Your prognosis is drink some water.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've done a lot of things there, not medical, but it's like you kind of really do what has to be done. So I mean, I've moved furniture, I've ran errands, I've cleaned up throw up. You don't need a license for that.
No, no.
You basically just do whatever's in front of you. But I leave the difficult stuff up to the experts.
There you go.
Which I am not.
Now, in regards to staffing, if somebody's interested in a job at Summercrest, how do they apply?
Well, they could call us at 603-863-8181. They would either want to ask for Gail Cartier is our Director of Health Services, so she oversees any of the LNAs, RAs, LPNs, blah, 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 MNAs, all of that. So she would be the contact person for that. And for any other positions, whether it be in dining or administration, stuff like that, they would contact our executive director, who is Haley Weatherby. And so right now, I do think we just filled everything we needed in the dining services, but activities, that's always, it's a fun position. I mean, you basically sit around and play games all day, but we always could use people in the activities department. So, but they, really to make it simple, they can just call Summercrest and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm interested in a job, and they'll get transferred to the appropriate person.
863-8181 is the phone number.
And also they can email me at lstocker@summercrest.net, and I can get them in touch with the appropriate person.
Now, you're saying last time you were in just how busy it's all been as of recently. Is that still continuing?
Interestingly enough, it's been a little slower, which actually worked out well for me because I was a little slow for a little while. So it worked out well for me. But again, I'm getting phone calls all day, every day. And so, we do have apartments because there's always a turnover of residents. Our memory care community is full right now. So I recommend if anybody's really interested in memory care, it's a good idea to just get on a wait list, which they can do by calling me. at Summercrest. And then we do have availability in our independent and assisted living community. And most of our availability right now is on the second floor, which people really like the second floor. It's just, you feel good and safe up there. But a requirement for people on the second floor is they need to be able to go up and down stairs, basically in the case of an emergency. We have elevators, so it's not like a everyday thing. But if there is a fire, you have to be able to self-evacuate the building. So they would need to be able to have that ability.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, and then we do have also a couple of studios on our ground level, which have walkout patios.
Okay.
So those are nice. Those are my personal favorite is the ground level because it's a little bit more private. It's quiet, but you have your own little patio.
You mean your old office?
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, I want to go back to my old office. It was wonderful. I had it made down there.
You did?
It was like private bathroom, full kitchen, my own private entrance. It's wonderful. Nobody ever knew if I was at work or not.
Just hide out down cellar.
Yes. But it's a good time to, to really come up and enjoy everything that Summercrest offers. And, the idea behind what we do is, everybody wants to be at home. That's kind of the goal. Everybody wants to be at home. But if you can't be at home and you can't be safe at home or it's really kind of invading on other people's lives to make sure that you are safe at home, it might be a good time to look into options.
Yeah.
So, call me at Summercrest, 863-8181.
There you go. It's Leigh Stocker, 858. Anything else to get on?
No.
You doing good health-wise? I mean, I know.
I don't know. I can't get in to see, see the neurologist.
As far as you know.
As far as I know. I'm just sitting here hoping for the best.
Right.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I mean, my energy is coming back. For a little while, I was super, tired. I'd literally go to bed at, 8 o'clock at night, and I could sleep till 10 in the morning.
Really?
Yeah. So
Which is not very Leigh Stocker-esque.
No, not at all. It was really nice, though. And one thing, I'm totally, which is a huge difference for me, as I really feel like my stress level has just disappeared. So I'm not in a hurry anymore. I mean, if I'm, have to come in and see you, of course, I'm hoping to be here on time. But if it's, a morning that I don't have a meeting or an appointment, I'm like, I'll just get up when I get up. I'll get there when I get there. And you know what? The world is still spinning.
Right.
I do not have to be in a hurry all the time for everything. Right. And it's been really nice. I mean, there are, I guess you're making lemonade from lemons or whatever the saying is. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I feel pretty serene.
Good for you.
Yeah. So all in all, I'd recommend it to everybody. You come out a much happier person.
I can imagine.
On the other side.
Well, Leigh, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
Very good. Thank you.
It's Leigh Stocker from Summercrest. 863-8181. lstocker@summercrest.net is the email address.